I already did that bird, remember? From before. The very first thing I did, I guess, was I did that bird, if you remember. How much cleaner that looks already. I'll get this bottom bit here now. Mommy's out right now, and I thought I would do this while she was out. She's getting her nails done. She's got her grandkids, a couple of them here, visiting, and they're all getting their nails, manicures and pedicures this afternoon. Isn't that nice of Mommy? Aww. Or that other time I was doing the circular motions, I'm thinking maybe this time I shouldn't do the circular motions. Just see, I don't have to rinse this off. I could have cleaned this off with my I've got a carpet cleaner too. I could have done it with that, but it might do the same thing, start pulling up edges and stuff. Just going to have to be aware of that. And like I said, while it's still wet, the simple green is still cleaning. I'm just going to put a little bit more over here. Okay, oh, look much better. So much cleaner those two areas are just by using the simple green and the brush. Let's get over here and we'll clean this one. I'm not doing anything special, and that's why I'm showing it to you, because I want you to see how this bird, the breast of it is nice and clean. That's because I cleaned it from over here. Just that. That's how dirty this is. But we like the rug, and I told her I thought I could get it clean, and I said, you know what I'm going to use? She rolls her eyes. Yes, I know. I know what you're going to use. She's seen me use this simple green for lots of stuff, making her a believer of it as well. Now if there's a little spot you think you need a little bit more, stick a little more on there until it soaks up even. That's fine. That's just the soap on it. Okay. I'll get the end too here. Let's get this end while we're at it, huh? All the way around the edge until you hit the floor. I wonder if I should even tell her I clean this. See if she can see it on her own. I think she'll see it and say, "Oh yeah, I like what you did." I'd say, I thought I better hurry up and get this done, because she mentioned it to me over a week ago, well, maybe a good week. And usually she likes things done right away, and I do too. And so one part of keeping your word, saying you're going to do something, is don't wait too long before you get it done. All right, just get that. And see, I got all kinds of junk down in here, and I'll clean this later, and I'll use a wire brush. I have a wire brush, a little one and also a bigger one, and I can clean this and get all of it out. But as you can see, I've used this so much, I've about worn it off. These feelers were sticking out about twice as long as that. That's how long I've had this brush. Quite a while, in fact. Okay. Let's just clean half of this bird, I think. come back to it. Just spraying it on and hardly even brushing this at all. I could already see that it was clean. Okay. You see the part of the bird I haven't done yet? Right in here. I don't know where she found this carpeted mat. Most of the time they're not this thick. I kind of like it because it gives you that much thickness. This much thickness, about that much. You don't have to just stand on a hard mat. But you can see that it gets pretty dirty. This thing gets pretty dirty, I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm just gonna spray some on here. Looks like it needs just a hair more here, huh? Okay, let's leave that. Now can you see the area that I've done and the area I have not done? From there over is still pretty dirty. You saw I didn't really go in sequence to this thing. I just kind of picked the middle. I don't know why I did that. I just did. And get the rest of this. The rest of this done. Just still going to take it in strips where I can see. That way it gives you kind of an idea where to stop and start, I guess. I mean, if this was whole one color, I'd probably still do it in pieces so you can see it as you're going. Now the middle was really the dirtiest because that was right in front of the sink. This was kind of off a little bit to the left, but it still got pretty dirty, didn't it? I had less than that in my bottle to begin with, and I thought, I don't think I'm going to have enough to do this whole thing. I don't fill it back up first, so I did. Boy, this looks 100% better than it did just by that. Do this whole last section all together, shall we? Just keep spraying until your fingers get sore. Then you'll know you got enough on there. Yeah, something this thick, please don't put it in the washing machine. It was so bad, really. Most people would have looked at it and said, you know, I can't save that now. Let's just chuck it and get another one, get something else. Of course, this was the only bird one they had at the store at the time. And I thought, you know what, I can fix that. I always try to fix things. If I think I can, even if I can afford to throw this away and get a new one, there's something in my DNA that tells me, oh, know, I can fix that. And I go about trying to fix it. And whenever I get ready to do something, I always think, is that something that I could just make a quick video of? Will it possibly, just possibly help somebody out there by watching this particular video? Or knowing, hey, maybe you don't have a mat like this. Maybe you're never going to get a mat like this. But maybe, if you're thinking positive, you might have already thought, hey, you know what? Joe's got a good idea. I never thought of cleaning my shoes, my white walls on my shoes with this simple green. And when I did this, my actual shoe was dirty too. And it was dusty. I took a brush. I took a toothbrush, one of those battery operated ones. You know, after they're no good for the teeth anymore, I save it and I use it for a cleaning brush. I use that on there, and it got in all of the nooks and crannies of this type of shoe. And I got lots of the dust off before I went into doing the simple green. Okay, look at that. I'm just gonna spray this, yeah. Just spray it, saturate it, you know, and it's still cleaning as it's drying. Okay, looking at that. Look at that. Look at that, will you? And let's just, I've got a, whenever Mommy's got an old sponge for the kitchen sink, she uses stuff like this. And then it's just got the scouring pad on the other side. I tell her, when you don't need it anymore, let me know, and then I can put it underneath the sink and I can use it to wipe the floors off with, or to use with my simple green and a bucket, you know, for my construction stuff. That way you don't have to, look at all that. That way you don't have to use a good sponge on your floors. You know, I would never suggest taking your sponge by your sink and wiping off your floor really quick and then continue to use it to clean your dishes. No, don't do that. Silly. Okay. Remember I was saying there's something else I'm going to clean. If you're still watching, and I hope you are, maybe I might give you another thought on something else you can clean with simple green. I'll be right back to show you what I'm talking about. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more, yes, more videos. I'm not going to stop making videos for a long time. So when I make another little project, I'll make a video of it, and of course I'll upload it to my channel.